WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day continues as we track additional rounds of showers and strong thunderstorms just ahead.
A man facing several charges for allegedly killing a cyclist with his car is in court.
And 5 years after a man was hit and killed on Interstate 64, his son is still searching for answers. We will hear from him coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good evening to you. Thanks so much for being here with us. We are tracking some severe weather tonight. Showers and thunderstorms are pushing across central and eastern Kentucky right now.
So we have issued a First Alert Severe Weather Day here at WKYT. Our chief meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking the storms on the First Alert Defender. Chris?
Yeah, a lot of bark, not so much bite coming from the sky so far, guys. Let's hope that's a trend that continues. Live First Alert Defender, though, picking up on these rounds of showers and thunderstorms that are picking up in coverage and in some areas intensity-wise, especially now from Cynthiana back into the northwestern tip of Bourbon County, right on top of Georgetown. Some very heavy rains falling right on 62 here, and also right on top of the county line between Harrison, Bourbon, and Scott. That extends a little farther to the southwest, right on top of downtown Georgetown. We've had some heavy rains on and off for the past half hour or so. Lexington, not so much. West and north side of town getting in on some thunder and lightning. We're watching that storm to our north. Here's Live First Alert Defender, a stronger storm to the west of that, but check out the little rain shaft here, back edge of one of those little showers to the northeast of that. What we're dealing with on Defender to our west, some general run-of-the-mill showers and storms. That continues into Nicholasville and northern parts of Garrett County and back toward the west and southwest. Those showers and thunderstorms gaining a little steam around the Lake Cumberland area, and that's a sign of things to come. Now, even out ahead of that, we have some very juicy air. Look at the strong storms that are popping out across eastern Kentucky. This is going to be the area to watch for over the next few hours for a little increase in the isolated severe weather threat as those storms encounter an area, guys, that's had a little more sunshine, have a little more lift and instability available in the atmosphere. But those storms will continue to race to the east across central and eastern Kentucky. We'll be here to watch them on Live First Alert Defender.
And we can help you track the storms tonight. Even if you are away from your TV, you can download the WKYT app for your iPad or smartphone. It will connect you to weather tools, including live radar. You can also go to WKYT.com to look at the First Alert Defender and zoom right into your neighborhood.
Just a few hours ago, a man accused of hitting and killing a cyclist with his truck this weekend faced a judge. Georgetown police say that Odalyn Paz Salvador admitted drinking beer and smoking marijuana before that crash.
Officers say he hit 57-year-old Mark Hinkle during the annual Horsey 100. Hinkle was a lawyer from Lexington. We begin our team coverage of this murder case with Sam Smith. He's in Scott County tracking the investigation.
This man is accused of killing a cyclist with his truck over the weekend. Odalyn Paz Salvador went in front of a judge today with his interpreter by his side.
I feel like he's going to get some time. It was he murdered someone with his vehicle. It was an accident.
His family was inside the courtroom. They're saddened by all of this.
I believe he was coming home from work or coming home from somewhere, and then this situation happened.
Paz Salvador faces several charges, including murder and DUI. Police say he killed a cyclist that was participating in the Horsey 100 event. He pleaded not guilty to all of his charges. His bond is set at $100,000. This was his third driving while intoxicated offense, and because he's considered a danger to the public, his bond remains unchanged. Mark Hinkle was the cyclist killed. He was a principal partner here at Landrum and Schaus, and this was the first workday since his death because of the holiday weekend.
But it's still very hard to come in and obviously very emotional.
William Schaus says Hinkle was a devoted father and grandfather and an all-around kind man. He focused on workmen's comp cases. The firm will work on those cases on his behalf. They say he'll be missed at the office.
He was a fine attorney, and he's a best lawyer, a super lawyer, and a good partner, and most of all, a good friend.
In Scott County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Salvador is expected back in court on June 2nd for a preliminary hearing.
We've had several phone calls into our newsroom the past couple of days questioning Paz Salvador's legal status here in the United States. Kristen Kennedy has been looking into that background. She continues our team coverage at the live desk tonight. Kristen, how could Paz Salvador's status affect this case?
Well, Sam, his immigration status could greatly affect his case. We spoke with an attorney here in Lexington who used to work in the U.S. Attorney's Office. He's familiar with federal cases and familiar with immigration and customs enforcement.
In a Scott County courtroom Tuesday, we learned U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, known as ICE, has placed a detainer on Odilon Paz Salvador. In a statement sent to WKYT, a spokesperson says the agency first encountered Paz Salvador in October 2012. Following an arrest and conviction for drunk driving in Fayette County, saying he was turned over to ICE June 17, 2013 and placed into removal proceedings. He was released from ICE custody 8 days later after posting bond. Mr. Paz Salvador's deportation proceedings are currently pending in federal immigration court. Attorney Mark Wolander says our immigration system is a complicated one. The potential now exists, he says, for the federal government to file charges against Paz Salvador.
The federal government can come in and indict him federally and charge him with the underlying aggravated felony that he's committed while he's here. And that's a very strong potential in a case like this.
ICE leaders told us they became aware of Paz Salvador after his second DUI charge in Kentucky. Wolander questions why that wasn't enough to keep Paz Salvador in custody.
Somebody felt that he was worth the risk, even though he had a driving under the influence one time and then driving under the influence a second time. Then somebody up there saw that in a file, but still determined that he was worth the risk of putting back out on the streets.
Sunday in Georgetown, police charged Paz Salvador with his third DUI. He's also charged with hitting and killing bicyclist Mark Hinkle.
If you commit a crime and you're here illegally, you should be prosecuted and you should be deported.
Paz Salvador's family told WKYT in court today that he is not a citizen, but that he is living here legally. He has lived and worked in Kentucky for the last 15 years and is married to an American. At the live desk, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Now, by issuing a detainer, ICE requests law enforcement notify them before releasing an individual. The spokesperson for the agency tells us they often wait for all criminal proceedings and convictions to be served before they take custody of individuals.
We have an update tonight on a Perry County elected official accused of following and harassing a woman. Perry County Clerk Haven King has been indicted on 7 charges. The woman claims that King followed her from the Knott County line to Hazard Community College and Technical College. Once she parked, she said he approached her car, so she started recording on her cell phone. In the video, the man tells her that it's illegal to drive a car with handicapped plates if you're not handicapped. The man also says he ran the woman's license plate. King has been charged with wanton endangerment, harassment, reckless driving, menacing, stalking, unlawful imprisonment, and official misconduct.
Today, students at a Central Kentucky school went back to class without one of their own. Grief counselors were at Bourbon County Middle School to help students cope with the loss of 13-year-old Emily Sams. She was riding with her parents Saturday when they were involved in a crash on Interstate 64 in Scott County. They were on their way to her volleyball tournament in Louisville. Monique Blair shows us how classmates remembered Sams today.
Today was the first day back to school for teachers, students, and staff here at Bourbon County Middle School after a car accident took the life of one of the students.
A lot of shock, a lot of sadness, a lot of disbelief.
Bourbon County Middle School Principal Travis Earlywine says Emily was a standout in the classroom, a leader on the volleyball and basketball court, and an overall inspiration. On Tuesday, students and staff showed their love for Emily throughout the day.
We are placing a rose at her desk in every classroom. And the students, there's many students have made T-shirts.
A rose was also placed on the seat Emily always sat during lunch. Earlywine says that's where he would often see Emily and goof around with her. This picture shows just that. Earlywine says Emily was putting her headband on him to be funny.
She has had a fun personality and liked to goof around. And we shared some laughs at lunch on occasion, and I'll miss those times for sure.
Emily's mother and father were also in the accident. Her mother, Shella, is in critical condition at UK Hospital. Earlywine tells us Shella is the special education director in the Bourbon County school system.
She's a fighter. She's a tough. She was an athlete herself growing up, and she's a pretty tough lady.
Many grief counselors from several different counties were here at the school today for anyone who needed to talk. In Bourbon County, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Some students and parents are in the process of making T-shirts to sell. The proceeds will go to Emily's family to help offset the funeral costs.
5 years later and still no answers in a deadly hit and run. Robert Luther was hit and killed along Interstate 64 in Rowan County on this day in 2010. Police say he was having car trouble on his way home to Tennessee after going to his son's graduation in Ohio. Today, Luther's son returned to Moorhead. Victor Puente met up with him as he searches for the person responsible. It's a story that's new at 6.
It's been 5 years with no answers, but Robert Luther's son tells me he's not giving up when it comes to finding the person who struck and killed his father on the road behind me. May 26, 2010, Robert Luther was driving from Ohio to Tennessee when he made an unexpected stop in Kentucky.
He had called his wife around 4:30 a.m. and told her that his truck was broken down and he was walking to get help.
2 hours later, Luther's body would be found. State police say the person who hit him kept driving. In the years since, no arrests have been made.
He was my father. He was my best friend.
Ryan Luther returned to Moorhead today to spread the word of his father's death and see if anyone in the area had information that could help his family.
My sister, she struggled with it for a great amount of time.
He says he's not looking for justice, just closure.
And when we find answers, then we'll be happy.
Kentucky State Police do have a piece of evidence from that scene. They've said it could be a piece of the truck or trailer that struck Luther. In Rowan County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Robert Luther was 47 when he was killed.
Lexington police are looking for a man accused of attacking a woman and stealing her wedding ring. Police say it happened about 8 this morning on Race Street. We're told the man was making small talk with the woman while she took out the trash and then pulled out a knife. Police say he forced the woman back into her home and then stole her purse and her ring.
There's no stab wounds, anything significant, but she did sustain some lacerations on her hands, arm area, and I think she was struck in the face, so she has a pretty significant injury to her face.
The woman was taken to the hospital. Police say they do not have a detailed description of the robber.
A Central Kentucky animal shelter is in need of peanut butter. Still ahead on WKYT News at 6, why they need peanut butter to help the dogs.
Another big signing for the UK basketball team. We'll tell you why Coach Cal believes this player is a perfect fit in about 10 minutes.
Showers and thunderstorms marching across the area. We're tracking numerous boomers on Live First Alert Defender in just a moment.